Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with your hockey coach, Frenchy. Today, episode number 126. What do you have on the menu, coach, today? First of all, I'm going to talk about game number 2 of the Habs prospect. Then I'm going to show to you 2 different videos. I'm going to tell you why those players are really good for the Montreal Canadiens. Then I'm going to talk about FILIP MESAR. Where is his next destination? Finally, a little bit news from Jonathan HUBERDEAU. So don't go nowhere. But before we start, you know the drill. Please click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and finally leave me a comments about the episode 126. And I want to invite you, don't forget our Habs brunch, your Sunday rendezvous with Marco Larrabee. And this week we have canadiens come back with us every Sunday, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're going to do game number 3, live streaming description of the game with you guys at 12 o'clock. Of course, p.m. Eastern Time. So we have a lot on the program for you for the next couple of days. But now it's time to dive in and talking about the first subject of the day. Here we go, guys. We are going to talk about review of the game number 2 between this time the Montreal Canadiens versus the New Jersey Devils. They have a lot of change in the lineup for the roster for the head coach, Jean-François Houle. We play without Slavkovsky, Ajak. We have Barron out, and MESAR and some other players. But listen, the outcome was the same. This time, the Montreal Canadiens lost 4-3. And overtime, a goal of Alexander Oz at the first 2 minutes of this overtime gave that W for the New Jersey Devils. But again, great performance overall for the Montreal Canadiens prospect for 2022. The goal for this game came from the defenseman William Trudeau. FILIP MESAR and Owen Beck scored the second goal of the rookie camp, a back-to-back game, and honestly was not good enough for the Montreal Canadiens to win that game. We know Beck gave the lead at the middle of the third period, but Alexander Oz scored to tie the game at the end of this period, and finally he scored a winning goal of the game and OT. We have to mention a bit the players stand out for this game. It was really Owen Beck again. He did it, the number 62 from the Mississauga still head and the OHL. We know Owen was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens 33 overall pick this summer. FILIP MESAR did the same thing he did the first game. He scored a goal. This time it was on the power play. An amazing, great goal. Both of them, I'm going to talk about their play in the next couple of minutes. I'm going to show to you a video why the reason are really good, great hockey players for the Montreal Canadiens during the rookie camp. But we have to mention other players have a good game for me. Is Jordan Harris. The consistency of Harris for the first 2 games, he may be the best defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. Then William Trudeau continues to have a good camp so far. He have a goal today. I like the way he jumped on the play on the offensive side. He read the play very well, and that make a big difference for William Trudeau. And then finally, Emil Heineman have another good game whatsoever. Did not score. Have a couple of great opportunity to score on the breakaway at least 2 times, but he did not find a way to score a goal for the Montreal Canadiens. We know Heineman is already start to play hockey for the last couple of weeks. Maybe he's a little bit advanced compared to his teammate, but still he show up and he show exactly what he looked like, Emil Heineman. Unfortunately, we expect Caden Coley that's not going to play Sunday against the Buffalo Sabres. And then Slavkovsky, Ajak, it was an off day for both of them. And Jan MESAR also was off for the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens. They bring a couple of players like Zubik invitation players they got the last couple of days, and they participate for this game against the New Jersey Devils. And then the next game is going to be Sunday at 12 o'clock p.m. Again, the Ottawa Senator prospect. We're going to do live streaming. It will be the first time we do the live streaming for this rookie camp. We're not going to describe the game like all the way, but we're going to give a bit information what's going on, and we're going to sharing the chat messenger all together. So I invite you to join us at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time after the Habs brunch. Your Sunday, ce rendezvous with Coach Frenchy, Marco Larabie, and Karen Haynes this week from the hockey bars. But now I want to talk to you a little bit more about FILIP, MESAR, his goal today. The reason why is really excellent players. And you can see on this video, guys, he's at the point right now. He's coming down. He see the middle of the ice. He read the play, anticipate right now the pass, receive it, quick release, shot, wrist shot, and he score. Do again this video, but in slow motion. And I'm going to teach you a little bit more. You can see MESAR. He's looking. He see the pass over there. He does not stop to moving his feet. He's coming down a little bit. He become now, you see the hole in the middle of the ice. He's coming down. Put the stick over. Keep controlling right there. He use as a bumper right away. He get a puck and a quick release, and he score the second goal of the game for the Montreal Canadiens. Owen Beck. Here we go. You see that play? Beck see the pass. Guénon gave to Henneman. Henneman have a breakaway. Didn't score. I love Beck because his transition between the both line is excellent. He saw already, he anticipated the pass, the puck already before he get hit. Great pass to Guénon to Henneman. Obviously, I think Henneman should move a little bit more his feet and moving the puck with his hands to possibly have a better chance to score. Just want to show a couple of videos today to teach you a little bit more about hockey. I would love to do more. If you something you would like to hear, to want to see more video like this, let me know. I will create more video contents for you guys. Let's move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. The next subject, guys, is about FILIP MESAR. Where MESAR play next season? What are you talking about? We talked a little bit about this a couple of days ago, but after the game today, you have a lot of conversation to see where MESAR is going to play next season. We know right now we have an amazing, great rookie camp, 2 goals in 2 games. The problem is the congestion with the Montreal Canadiens as a forward, and with the Laval Rocket, they have a lot of veterans contract over there, and I don't think FILIP MESAR could have a spot at the top of the 2 lines, and I think he will suffer to stay with them because for me, for his best about his development is about TOI, the time on the ice. If you stay with Laval Rocket, play only 13 minutes, 12 minutes, or below 15 minutes, I don't think so is an advantage him to develop better and faster. The key for him, I believe, it would be better to return or to go, to the OHL with the Kitchener Rangers. They own his right. Obviously, the Rangers are in rebuilding a little bit. Possible at some point at the Christmas time, holidays time, where they can make some trade. It could be someone could be trade at some point with a better team for the playoff and possible to go to Memorial Cup. With decision with the Montreal Canadiens forward and the Laval Rocket, the best for FILIP MESAR at 18 years old and become 19 years old is to play an OHL. Jan Mézak did it this year, and he have an amazing, great year with the Hamilton Bulldog. He got confidence. You can see during the World Junior Championship in August how he was play with the team Cheshire as a captain. You can see another new Jan Mézak. I think at the end of the day, it would be more benefit for FILIP MESAR to play with the Kitchener Rangers for the upcoming season. Let's finish the episode 1 to 6 with the last subject of the day. Today, guys, I want to talk about Jonathan Huberdeau. We heard from him during the Elliott Fitman 32 Thought about Huberdeau. Possible he was considered to play with the Montreal Canadiens during the summer. But he said during his interview, it's really difficult to play in Montreal if you are French Canadian. He said it's not easy. Many French Canadian players does not want to play with the Montreal Canadiens because the pressure they got when they play with the Habs. He said, look, I want to play for a team who wants me. If the Montreal Canadiens want me to play with them, they should maybe looking to trade about me. The Calgary Flame did it. They want me, and that's the reason I signed my contract over there. I want to play for a team want me to be a part of their team. And that's one reason he decided to go with the Calgary Flame and sign a long-term contract and not to be on the UFA market next season. And for me, is it the Habs fan problem? Or we are too difficult and tough for all the French Canadian play for the Montreal Canadiens? How many times we hear every year at the NHL draft, we always hear from Stéphane Leroux and other reporter, Montreal Canadiens did not draft any French Canadian. They missed this player, they missed that players. And at the end of the day, maybe that's the best way. Because as the fans, we are possible too hard on the French Canadian and Montreal. So many times we got players get booed many times. Jonathan Drouin been there now. Then you have Patrice Bergeron in the past. Francis Bouillon did that. Guillaume Latendresse been there. And I can go all the way with long time. Stéphane Richer has been another player. And obviously, it's very difficult to play in Montreal if you are born as a French Canadian. He's not the only one French Canadian does not want to play in Montreal. Yes, Pierre Dubois want to come here, but not many like him want to play in Montreal Canadian. So I just want to sharing the thought of the Jonathan Huberdeau during his interview. Below this video, leave me your comments. Tell me what you think about Jonathan Huberdeau. Comments about the fact there's no one to play in Montreal. It's very difficult for any players born in Quebec and play for the Montreal Canadiens. And that's complete, guys. The episode 1 to 6. Here we go. That's it. That's all. We talk about the game number 2 for the Montreal Canadiens prospect. The last part is scored 4-3. Talk about a little bit more the destination of FILIP MESAR finale for Jonathan Huberdeau. It's the weekend. We don't have a lot to talk about, but I want to invite you. Don't forget the Habs brunch. Your Sunday rendezvous with Marco Larrabee, Karen Haynes, and Coach FRENCHY is going to be every Sunday at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And then we're going to do game number 3. Yes, we're going to do the description of the game and sharing with you on the chat about the game number 3 between the Montreal Canadiens prospect versus the Ottawa Senator prospect. That would conclude them, their Rookie Camp Challenge Prospect 2022 in Buffalo. They return in Montreal, practice Monday, Tuesday. Then Wednesday is the physical test for all the players. Go to the main camp and finally the 22nd. This is day 1 of the training camp, the main camp for the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, the Hockey National Show is going to be watching and get all the update and sharing with you every day on the Habs Daily News, everything what's happening at the main camp. Until my next video, guys, we want to remind you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey National Show. Leave me a comments about the episode 1, 2, and 6, and sharing this video on your social media. And finally, yes, you are. You have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, blessing day, everybody.